Alright, Kevin, I know you want to see the stock. It's inside. But this video is to show the action complete. All the way down to the lever, the barrel and breech and everything's on. I decided to go ahead and brush all these exposed aluminum parts in clear hard coat anodizing. It turned out fantastic. Kind of almost Parkerized look. Nice smooth brush marks. But I'll show you something else I did with this action. Open the lever up. I jeweled this pump lever assembly in the toggle link. It turned out quite nice. And there's no metal to metal contact on any of the moving components, such as the piston head here. I have a plastic ring on that to create some barrier here between the tube and that. Inside, it's probably not visible, but on each side of the lever there's a nylon washer in between this end cap, so it rides in between the nylon and the aluminum. I used grease instead of oil to grease everything, lithium grease. So, of course, a Crossman style breech. Trigger packs inside. I brought it out here to try to get some okay video. I'm not the best, nor have the best video equipment for this, so you have to excuse me. Simple breech layout, doesn't cock or anything. You just load the pellet and charge the system. This here, before you stroke air, you push that in just one time, and that ensures that the valve stem assembly in here is seated home while there's spring tension under this inside the trigger pack. You push this button, you'll hear a click, and what's happening, the spring pushing up on it, you'll hear this seat into place, indicating that you're good to stroke air into it. Just for safety reasons, I load it after charging the gun in case something should fail. There's a pellet loaded, and I charge it, and it decides to fire wherever the muzzle's pointing. That could be bad. So, just for safety reasons, I always charge it, then load a round into it. But there it is. The metal's finished, just a bake-on finish on the lever too. Let's see here if I can turn this around. Or maybe not. Don't have a stand for my phone. Let's see, get the this block here on the bottom, this retains it to the stock, the entire action. You'll notice there are 2 screws and a set screw. These 2 screws anchor into the valve. On the back side of this aluminum block, I have a 5/16 hardened dowel pin that sits into the valve. There's a recess rounded out here for the pin to sit into, and this set screw, simply you tighten this down. Once these are tight, you tighten this down, and it ensures the pin stays in the valve. And that's one of the retaining methods. Along with this is made from a hardened steel pin. It's threaded. This allows that to go in. This is threaded fully into the valve. It's 5/16 diameter. That acts as a securing point for the valve as well, along with the transfer port that's hardened steel. And then there's a bucking in here, or aluminum spacer, that all the plunger assembly travels into. Not only is there a spring to slow down that pin when it fires, but it's also machined in such tolerances where it acts as an air piston to help slow it down, to have some cushion instead of it slamming against these Delrin parts. And it works quite well. I set it up to shoot. I was getting close to 700 feet per second. I finally set it up to shoot low sixes, which is good for me in 22 cal in my backyard here. You can see the handle here, the Delrin handle I made. It's held in place on that. Open it up here. Again, there's a rubber bushing here, so the metal of this lever doesn't slam against the tube. There's a little bumper. It turned out quite nice. Next video I'll show the stock, and maybe that'll be a little bit better video quality and steadiness. Hope you guys enjoy.